Gianni Raffaelli is continuing an artistic tradition. Etching dates back to the Middle Ages, but has been practiced here in Florence for 500 years. So which paintings do you sell the most and which is your favourite?
Well, the most part of our work are classical subjects like Florence and landscape, but I prefer still life like this. This dollar bill is my favorite because it's very full of details and I like very much.
You like money? So to create the image, copper plates are used which are covered in wax. You can see here where it's covered and the bit that's not. Next, the artist will use a fine pen with a needle in the end to etch the image into the wax. Next, a layer of acid covers the etching and the wax and is left for some time for it to corrode the metal. And the duration that the acid is left to corrode the metal depends on the look that the artist wants. The darker the picture, the longer the acid is left to corrode the metal, and the lighter the picture, the shorter the time. Engraving or etching takes real skill. Unlike a painter or a sculptor, the artists are working in reverse order, cutting the lines into the metal. And it's only once the image is printed that mistakes can be realised. Giorgio Vasari, in his writing, said that the technique of printing onto metal was developed partly here in Florence. Everything changed when paper started to be mass-produced in Italy in the late 13th century. Etching for the first time could be mass-produced, and it was just a matter of time until it became an art form in its own right. Initially, etching was done on wood and then printed onto paper, but with time the process became more sophisticated and metal plates were used. And not much has changed in the process since it was started hundreds of years ago. Once the etching is complete, the plates are cleaned, ready to put on the ink. A special stamp is added, and then damp cotton paper is placed over it. Gianni Raffaelli continues an art form that was once popular in Florence, but is now practiced by just a few people. He was born here in San Frediano and studied at the Academy of Fine Arts, and in 1976, with other colleagues, started this shop. Each etching has a limited edition, just 150 are printed, making them more exclusive. And in the shop it's possible to buy any image, from the classical to the modern. And he also does commissions.